Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm on Scott Selections here for Monday, March 13th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in tennis with Ivashka over half a break of serve at minus 110 on Bet365. We backed the historical trend and the fact that Ivashka has given Medvedev problems in the past, and he did once again. In fact, he actually won a set, but he was threatening him in a decent amount of service games, broke through twice, so he overachieved. He got two breaks of serve, but nice winner for us for the winner here on Monday. And for today's play today, going to pivot to the NBA, look at a matchup between the Jazz and the Heat taking place at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this match, we're going to take the Jazz plus 7.5 at minus 110 on FanDuel. Time recording of 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to take the Jazz in this spot. First reason, look at the actual numbers this season. The Jazz have been very good against the spread, while the Heat have been one of the worst teams ATS in the league. The Jazz are 37, 29, and 2 ATS this season, while the Heat are 25, 42, and 2 ATS. Plus, to go through the home road splits, Utah's also been solid ATS on the road, while Miami's been horrible at home. The Jazz are 20, 14, and 1 ATS on the road, while the Heat are 11, 23, and 1 ATS at home. And to go through some recent games for the last month or two for Miami, they've really had a hard time of winning by at least 8 points. To go through the last 23 games, Miami has failed to win by at least 8 points in 22 of its last 23 games. And obviously, you have to win by 8 if you're going to cover 7.5. So the Heat have been a bit of an underachieving team so far this season. They have lost a lot of games that people thought were pretty winnable. But even when they win games, it seems like every game does come down to the wire. Once again, 22 of their last 23 games, they have either lost outright or won by less than 8 points. I think that's pretty telling that this number is a bit high, especially with how good Utah's been all season long ATS. But to look at the actual offensive numbers here in terms of efficiency, Utah is significantly better as the Jazz rank 7th in offensive rating, while the Heat rank 26th. Plus, the Jazz are much better at rebounding, and the Jazz do rank 5th in rebounding rate, while the Heat rank 18th. So I do think that there is definitely a game plan or a way in which the Jazz can potentially even win this game, but at least keep it close. Miami's offense, we know, is pretty underwhelming, and on the glass with Walker Kessler and Kelly Olynyk and all the other options that Utah has, including Lauri Markkanen, I do think that the Jazz could have a lot of success on the boards in this game, since besides Adebayo, the Heat really don't have many quality big men, and I think that you could end up seeing the Jazz potentially keep this game within one possession if they are able to dominate on the glass. But to look at the first meeting this season, they played in Utah back on December 31st. Miami did win that game. However, they only won that one by 3. Game came down to the wire, and Miami barely won. But the point is, with Utah being a very solid team ATS, with Miami being one of the worst ATS teams in the league, and with Miami's inability to actually win games by margin, I do think 7.5 is too many points, so I will take the underdog in the spots. Play that once again here for Monday, March 13th is going to be on the Jazz plus 7.5 at minus 110 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.